you is free. Come and join our mystery. And the show we try real hard. See what guests we bring around. Try to watch us all the time. What will we do with the life? Under our protection we go. Talking till the end of the show. The Baron and Sindee Nyte are live. We are glad you're here tonight. Sometimes we haven't got a clue, but we strive to be real and true. Bringing fun and dark humor to light. We got a great show for you tonight. Welcome to the show. Will you be a friend or foe? Together here we never fade. Having fun with lives we made. Under our production we glow. Talking till the end of the show. The Baron and Sindee Nyte are live. We are glad you're here tonight. Welcome to the show. Will you be a friend or foe? Together here we never fade. Having fun with lives we made. Under our protection.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
everybody, welcome to the show. We are live here in Screamcraft Studio, the official studio of.
Baron and Sindee Nyte.
There you go. I was waiting for you to catch on that one. This could be a fun show. I'm excited. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm excited.
Are we gonna do this?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be right
We're
on
gonna
that.
do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bigfoot, man. Bigfoot. We're gonna be talking all night long. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, whatever you want to call him.
That makes me feel even shorter. So
Makes you feel shorter?
yeah. I'm already short.
Oh, so you got like,
So now Bigfoot just makes me look even shorter.
well, yeah, because he's like towering over you behind you.
I know.
Yeah. Well, it's just something you'll have to deal with tonight. Everybody, we do have a very special guest in the studio with us tonight. I'm going to introduce him in a second, but let's get you guys going here on the chat. Say hello. Let us know you're in here. We want to see and hear from you guys. So we're going to give it a few minutes here. Oh, this is different. What's going on here? Oh, YouTube's on the right.
Yeah.
And now Facebook's on the left. So that threw me off. I was like, wow. Because normally YouTube, we don't have a huge, we're not big on YouTube yet. I love the platform. Just we started our show with Facebook. And we're breaking into YouTube.
You're trying.
Trying, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, pop in here, say hi, everybody. Let us know you're in the house. Let's see. Anybody at all?
No.
Is anybody out there? Jezebel Michelle, are you out there?
Oh, you know she is. You know, she
Okay.
is. It takes them a minute to get going, I think.
It does. Well, it's Thursday. They're still eating dinner, getting home from work, taking the dog out to drop a deuce. There's things people got to do. But in the meantime, we have a very special guest in the audience tonight.
In the audience?
Well, in the show. In the audience.
Right?
Our audience is out there.
Right?
Hello.
The most important, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
Okay, so we got Bryan Sawyer. You are the producer, host of Bigfoot of Michigan and the Bigfoot of America podcast.
That is correct, and thanks for having me on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolute pleasure. A friend of mine turned me on to you and said, hey, there's this guy. You need to have him on the show. Cool. I said, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Let me look him up. And I was like, oh, shit, yes. Absolutely 100%. So let's just start into this. You
Yeah.
know, how Bigfoot? How'd you get in the path of Bigfoot?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the question for everybody pertaining to this subject because it's still in many, I would say most places, the butt of the joke.
Right.
So to getting from that area over to becoming a knower is definitely a journey.
Right.
So I mean, I'm an actor in the Detroit, Michigan area.
Okay.
You know, every time Hollywood comes to town, I'm usually on set. I'm a Screen Actors Guild actor.
Nice.
So I'm usually doing something. Well, with that in mind, you get to know everybody around town. You start getting involved in the independent movie business. So been involved with that for the last 10, 20 years. And, you know, I'm very familiar with like 3 different film crews and all of that. So me and some of my buddies got together and we decided to make a fun show called Pizza Monster. You know, where you talked about maybe cryptids and then you highlight the best pizza joint in town.
Okay. Nice.
Well, we started that off, and about the same time, down the street from where I moved, Sandusky, Michigan. Long story short, my father passed away. I took over his estate. All at about the same time, I start this Pizza Monster show, and then there's what's known as the Cass River sighting
Okay.
along the Cass River over there. Kind of, you know, it's like the Mayville, Carroll, Michigan area
Okay.
along the Cass River. And then at the same time, and you two are going to love this because I'm going to throw you a curveball right now. About the same time, I have a face to face encounter with a real live fairy.
Fairy.
Fairies. I like
Oh,
fairies.
see, now she's a big fairy fan, so that's intriguing.
Yeah, that blew my mind to realize that fairies exist. Um, it changed my paradigm. So then that helped catapult me into, you know, the Pizza Monster thing wasn't working out. Then I started getting a vision for the show,
Right.
and then now I've been helming it ever since. But back to the fairy sighting, what had happened? My father passed away, and I took over his house, and it was pretty kind of run down. So I'm like, okay, am I going to move in here? Am I going to rent it out? Am I just going to sell it? What am I going to do? So I ended up moving into it, and I'm like, well, I'm going to live here while I refurbish everything, while I just kind of redo everything. So one of the days where I was busting my butt, you know, painting, doing all this different kind of stuff, Laura helped me out tremendously. Woo!
Okay, I'm gonna pause just for a second. Alex, Heath is here if you want to go open the door.
Oh, we got some
We
we
got
got
more
some live in
audience.
studio
Awesome.
audience.
Awesome.
She's
Um,
late.
She is late. Literally, we're live. I gotta go send our production manager out to let people in. She's lucky I checked my message.
Yeah.
I seen it come through, and I just wanted to make sure, because I feel like we normally get comments, so we might have to have Alex
Yeah,
refresh
double
that
check, yeah.
again.
Yep.
We were having trouble with that last time.
So if you guys have commented,
Commented.
commented, as soon as Alex gets back here, we'll have him refresh that to make sure we're not having any issues. Because yeah, normally there's a whole bunch of comments at this point, so something's up.
Something's
Okay,
up.
back to the fairy. Back to the
Yeah,
fairy.
yeah, back to the ferry. So, you know, I'm busting my butt around the house. And it's in the middle of the day. So I'm like, you know, I work midnight shifts at Ford Motor Company, so my schedule's kind of different. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go lay down for a minute. So I go lay down. I'm on my dad's bed, so to speak, and I'm not anywhere close to falling asleep. My mind is rolodexing through any new gutters. I gotta replace the roof. I gotta do all this stuff. And so I'm laying there and I'm thinking, and I want to clarify to everybody at home, there by no chance was I even near to falling asleep. So it wasn't a dream. I
Right.
wasn't in that state in between awake and falling asleep. No, I am wide awake. The only thing is I got my eyes closed and I'm thinking about all these things. All of a sudden I hear a voice say, a feminine female voice say, I've heard about you. So I'm like, what? There's a girl in the house, in my room. And then you know how quickly your mind works. I'm like, well, we did have a couple of break-ins. The house has been empty for a couple of years. So I'm expecting to open my eyes to see somebody standing there. And what I see in front of my face, about the size of my hand, about a foot away from my face, is a fairy.
Okay.
And it's the cliche fairy, pretty close to that description. So think kind of a gray alien, a human female, and a bug all mixed together.
Wow.
And she had a grayish blue skin coloring. Her eyes were black, and her face was most prominent because she's hovering and she's looking straight at me. You know how a
So
dog?
how big are we talking?
We're talking the size of my hand,
Okay.
about
face?
a foot away. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's right here. It's in my face.
Okay.
And it's look. I always joke about this, but it's looking at me just like this. I'll do this for the people at home.
There you go.
And I'm looking back at it, and then just out of my mouth, unplanned, I say, "You know, I can see you, right?" And when I say that, she responds like this. She goes, "Oh," and zips across the room. And here's the interesting part. On the other side of the room, I had my dad's TV on the dresser, and there was like this junction box. You know, you plug your cable into it, your DVD
Yeah.
player, and then that routes up to the TV. Well, and it had a power light on it. She flew right into that thing with a pop, and sparks actually flew. So she transcended from physical reality into the electrical lines of the house.
Holy crap.
So now we're talking interdimensional, some kind of frequency, electrical wave signals. I'm not an electrical engineer, so I'm still trying to learn about this. So,
Right.
so she's gone now. And I'm faced with the reality like, okay, I raised two boys, and we didn't grow up watching Peter Pan or any kind of
Right.
fairy stories. And then suddenly I've got a female fairy that was right in front of my face. So that was an eye opener. When you think you get older and you start going, oh, I pretty much got a handle on life. And then something like that happens, and you're like, oh my gosh, I guess I don't have a handle on life.
Yeah.
So that was my fairy encounter. And then that coupled with like getting the Bigfoot show and then having my own vision for the Bigfoot show. And then we just kind of kicked off Bigfoot of Michigan as a TV pilot series. And come May, it'll be launched on Roku. We've got 2 seasons in the can. We're starting post-production on season 3.
Okay.
What I hope to get 2 seasons out of? No, we got people lining up out the door with all types of paranormal encounters.
Okay, we're going to break it right here just because we do have our chat on here. Apparently, we were getting some freezing and lagging.
He wouldn't see he paid attention. He
Yeah.
literally.
And Jen, I think that's all those storms you guys been having out there in Kansas.
Oh, yeah,
But
go all the way back up.
yeah,
now.
all the way
That's where
back
we're
up so
starting.
Cindy can respond
Yeah.
to these.
So hi Jen, thanks for coming. Hi Jerry, looking forward to what did he say? You're moving it. Looking forward to this episode because my only knowledge on this subject comes from watching the $6 Million Man as a kid.
Yeah, Bigfoot was on one of those.
Hi
Yes.
Rick,
Hello, Rick.
glad you can make it in.
Jezebel Michelle.
Right. Hi Jezebel, and hopefully we're getting the issues cleared up for
Yep.
you guys. Hi Ben. I think that's everybody.
And
that we
there's
got.
Alex.
Yeah, I like that. Our producers in there.
Oh, there's Ben. Hey, Ben.
There's Ben. He's the one that referred me to you.
Cool.
He said,
Cool.
yeah, because when we were looking for, the second half of the season, more guests, and he brought your name up, and I
Well,
said,
thank you,
Bigfoot?
Ben.
Heck yeah.
And see,
Heck
and look,
yeah.
and here we are. So
Here
we
we
do
are.
listen. When you guys
Yes.
do give suggestions or whatever, we listen.
So right before we interrupted you on that and
Yeah.
got this fixed up, you started touching on your podcast, your TV series. So let's jump into that a little bit. Let's start with the TV series. Or
Yeah.
which came first, the podcast or the TV series?
A TV series did.
Okay, let's
And then
jump into
because
that.
it expanded so much, we had to throw in a podcast show. But yeah, so I started off the TV series and I said, well, I'll just kind of go around and interview eyewitnesses. And what I wanted to do different, other than like finding Bigfoot, is, you have people giving their account and then these experts come in and then basically tell the people what they saw.
Right.
And I'm like, no.
Mhm.
Because by then I was starting to check out all the YouTube videos, try to get up to date with the current opinions and perspectives on Bigfoot. So I just wanted to hear how it happened to the eyewitnesses in their way. So we started off with a guy by the name of Jim Ingram, and he was along the Black River. Now, with that said, that goes into another tangent. Me living in the thumb of Michigan, Laura and I, we discovered that we live in what we call the Bigfoot Triangle.
Okay.
And that has to do with two rivers, the Black River and the Cass River. So Jim Ingram was one of our first eyewitnesses and first guy we filmed. And we went to the location of where he had his Bigfoot encounters. And right away, Laura finds a footprint, and then we find more footprints. And Jim has a harrowing story about where he's just chased out of this area.
Right.
Well, once that episode gets released on YouTube, then the phone starts ringing off the hook. And then I've got more eyewitnesses from the same location, a guy by the name of Matthew Sexton. So then I get back out there with Matthew Sexton in later episodes. Man, I've been out with him a few times now. And then I start having my own encounters. We've had the campsite surrounded. We've heard them speak Wado, which means thank you in Cherokee. So when we're like gifting them, they've taken that apple and said thank you. And for everybody at home, there are multiple different types of Sasquatch. So think about cats and dogs, how there's different types, even with felines. And take it from the size of a house cat all the way up to a lion or a tiger. That's how big some of these differences can be. So, yeah, we've come across, and some of them are more human than others. And others, like the wood booger, are more apish, more wild animal-like.
The what?
The wood
The wood booger.
Wood booger.
Wood booger.
Wood booger.
Not bird.
Now, I've got a theory that I kind of gravitate to with the origination of Bigfoot, where he came from, how he came to be, how he's so elusive. Of course, you got the Native American,
Connection.
folklore connection.
Yep.
Alien. What is your thoughts on him being more of an alien species that's beamed down, beamed up, manifests wherever, on more of an alien theory?
Yeah, that's a possibility. That is one of the narratives.
Right.
Because there have been sightings with UFOs. David Paulides, in his recent movie, American Sasquatch, he really highlights a couple of serious encounters where Bigfoot have been seen coming out of UFO.
Right.
So you throw in the alien aspect, which could lead to interdimensional. I've even heard narratives that they are in a cloaked state and they have to become physical in a sense for us to see them.
Right.
So naturally they're in that cloaked state.
Yeah.
So we can throw in the aliens or the interdimensional, or you can throw in the Neanderthal line, or you can throw in the biblical narrative, the book of Enoch, how the first 200 angels that defected from heaven came down, got it on with earthly women, but then they got it on with 200 different types of species of animals and created monsters and all of that. So that's another narrative that's out there.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
What do you lean towards one theory more than the other?
I, as a Christian, my background's a Christian. That was part of the thing that blew my mind. It's because when I see a fairy in front of my face, and then I start having encounters with Bigfoot, you got to go to yourself, wait a minute, where's Bigfoot and where are fairies in the Bible?
Right.
Not many places. Well, actually, Luke 21:11 talks about that. Jesus says, in the last days you will see fearful sights and basically things coming from the heavens. Well, that fearful sights in the original Greek is the word phobotron. Translated in the reality, it actually means monsters.
Ooh.
So then if you throw in the things coming from the heaven, Uranus, and you can say, hey, Jesus said basically in the last days, you'll see monsters and UFOs as well.
Right.
And I think what it comes down to is there's so many beings out there, as a Christian, that Western Christianity hasn't taught us about.
Right.
And so you've got to reconcile that. But yeah, I'm fine if people want to believe what they want to believe.
Absolutely.
You got to. You've got to listen to people.
Yeah.
And when I go do interviews, I let them say it from their perspective.
Right. And that's what I've always said. It's like, we've got the Paranormal Museum, and I don't force ghosts or spirits or anything like that. I want them to come up with their own, take on it, what they believe. I just want them to open up to the possibilities of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it same goes for, cryptids, Bigfoot, aliens. At least open up to the possibilities of it. Let in the evidence, sort out your evidence, and figure it out yourself.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to sit here and have an argument with somebody whether they're real or not. That's up for them to decide.
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest problem now that we've been in this journey now for years going is when somebody says they're just Gigantopithecus.
Right.
They're just the offspring of these ancient apes.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, how did I have mind speak in my backyard when a
Right.
Sasquatch spoke to me? And this is the crazy side, everybody, that you've got to be willing to listen if you're going to learn about this
Yeah.
subject. I've got a picture of a Sasquatch. And when I got the picture of the Sasquatch, who I call Scout, within a day or two afterwards, there's something known in the Sasquatch world is that once you have an encounter, they may come to your house and visit your house to check you out.
So you gotta
And
be
that's
ready
what
for
Laura
that.
and I had at our house. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be ready for that.
Oh, yeah. And then that's when I heard the mind speak. It's crazy because it's like, look, I got to be honest about this. I got to be honest with what the people are telling me, and I got to be honest with what I'm experiencing myself. And this is the reality of it. And the mind speak I received was and it was in broken Native American type speech. And it said, thanks for friendship,
Right.
Scout, and Forest people.
Hmm.
Now, all of that's very loaded. Thanks for friendship. We were gifting them at the time. And then he said Scout, and I knew right then he was saying my name is Scout because when I would go out and gift, I would ask out loud. I'd say, hey, CO or OCO, and that means hello, how are you in Cherokee. And then I would shout out loud, what is your name? What is your name? So he came back, thanks for friendship from the gifting. My name is Scout because you asked. And then he said, this is an amazing thing. He said, forest people. And I knew right then he meant it in the sense of we'd rather be referred to as forest people than Bigfoot. I'm walking around, so they read English.
Okay.
So I'm wearing all my Bigfoot of Michigan gear, and so when he saw me, he's able to read, he's able to communicate with me in English, and I'm just saying this out loud.
Right.
They are watching us through our bedroom and kitchen windows more than we ever imagined.
So, Cindy, make sure you're dressed from now on. Stop walking around the kitchen buck naked.
Naked.
So I want to switch over
Running everywhere naked.
to our chat group. As always, guys, feel free to throw in. Wait, help me out
Feel
here.
free.
Feel free to throw out. That was tough. Questions.
Same
for our
audience.
guest.
Anybody
Yeah,
out there
audience,
have a question?
Just raise your hand and say, ooh, 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 ooh.
Right.
ooh.
Me.
Look at her out there. She's just like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But yeah.
Miss Shy in the back row.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely throw out your questions. We've got a whole bunch of questions, but let's hear your guys' questions or an encounter. If you guys have had an encounter.
Yeah.
Because we know the Baron likes to ruin everybody's questions because they'll ask them before you get a chance to.
Yeah. So I got a bunch of questions on the cheat board. We got a question. Perfect.
What about portals? Do you believe in that? Or...
Okay, before you answer that, because they won't hear you, our guest audience asked, what about portals? Do you believe in the portals and how they're used?
Without a doubt. Portals exist. I used to think about a year or two into it, I thought there were certain locations that were the portals, where the portals were. But now we know that portals are summoned up mainly by the alpha male of the Sasquatch clan. That is part of the reason he is the alpha male. And the things that all the portals have in common is state lands, cemeteries, and the reason why is because when they portal in and they portal out, they know that protected land like cemeteries and state land, Indian reservations, old Indian burial grounds, they know it's still going to be there when they portal in because there could be a time difference. We're talking about time travel, all this kind of crazy stuff.
Okay.
Which is a lot of difference. So everybody out there, share us out, get more people in here. We do have a little giveaway today.
Yes.
And Ben says you're going to take on Dog Man.
No, what's his take on Dog Man?
Oh,
no, he's not going to take on Dog
Take him
Man.
on. Come on.
What's
Hey.
your take on Dogman?
Well, here's what we're coming to conclude, especially after the Joe Barger story. I've got a recent dogman sighting in Muskegon, Michigan, near Lake Michigan. Um, they are more of a scientific. Now, there are historical references to, like, say, a clan of dogmen. This is history in India. So there is a biological connection going way back. And like I say, I believe back to the Nephilim, all of that kind of stuff. But nowadays, they're being manipulated by the government, in my opinion, in some cases, and they are assets. Because if you know the Joe Barger story, they confronted Joe Barger after he shot one and basically told him, hey, you killed one of our assets. So the government is using these types of creatures as super soldiers.
Right. I have heard that, and I find Dogman. I know our friend Heather out here. Her fiance is a huge Dogman, so hopefully he's on his break at work and he could chime in on his. He loves Dogman. He's all about Dogman, but
Yeah, and Dogman's a little more nefarious than say Sasquatch.
right.
Sasquatch are more family orientated. They strive in clans. You might catch a single Sasquatch out there, like a young male trying to cut out his own territory, find his own mate. But Dogman, they're more of a loaded question.
Right.
So.
Right. Now Miss Cindy did just say that we're going to do a giveaway, or not a giveaway, not a giveaway,
A little giveaway.
a little literally a little giveaway. So, but you got to work for it. We're just not going to give it away, right?
Right.
So we've
We're
got.
gonna do it probably at about 7:45, but you can show
Okay.
what we're gonna do.
Okay, so they're little Bigfoots. It's a little box of Bigfoots. So we're gonna have a question. I need you guys to
They're literally little.
just little guys, little foots,
Bigfoot.
little foots.
I love it.
Pay
Little
attention to the set. Pay attention to the set. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, he's got YouTube up. The chat on there. Okay.
Oh, we must have been having problems there. Sorry, YouTube. We literally jungle brutality high. Sorry, we didn't see
Oh, that is that
the comments.
Jungle Brutal Death.
Brut-
That is Sean. We're just talking about you, Sean. So Sean over there on YouTube, he is the Dogman guy. So if you've got any questions, Sean, for Bryan on the Dogman, shoot him there, and not shoot him. That's the wrong language. Send over that question.
Right, trying to get us,
Yeah.
trying to get us blocked and stuff, right?
Yeah, but yeah, probably. Doggone it.
Oh, well, tell him we missed it.
Yeah.
Some reason we're having issues with our chats, and it's driving me nuts. He's trying to keep up with it and refreshing, but don't know
So
what
yeah,
happened
pay
on YouTube.
attention to the set, because the question that we're going to throw out there in the first answer will be the winner
Involves
of the Littlefoot package box. Yeah.
set of how many was there? 4?
Yeah.
4 in here.
So do you have any
3.
being that you're so immersed in the industry, there's a lot of shows out there on TV. Are there any that are more credible than the others? I think that's a big thing, that people that are on the fence, whether they believe it or not, or they just flat out don't believe it, and then they get caught up in some of these shows or YouTube programs, or that doesn't help bringing somebody over to believe in it, or to, are there any credible
Well, before
shows?
you get on that, Sean is still here. He said they are. I can't even.
What the hell, Sean?
Original?
What is that word? Bryan, do you know
Cynocephalus original?
what the hell is that?
We'll look that up, but I don't doubt it, man. If he's really in the Dogman, and by the way, the 2 recent are Muskegon and Carroll, Michigan, the most recent Dogman sightings that I know of. But yeah, we're gonna look that up for sure.
Right. That's well, and
I got to look up the word.
I know.
I'm
in the
over
dictionary
here
on me.
like these masks are awful.
Yeah,
Trying to read them.
cynocephalus.
What does that mean? Do we know what that
I don't
means?
know. I gotta look that bad boy up.
Well, we got
Come on,
tech
Sean.
guy over there. Look it up. What is it? Give us the definition. Okay.
Our tech guy's
Okay,
gonna look
now
that
back
up.
on track. So
All right.
Okay, so
Pertaining to your question, so the Finding Bigfoot and then the Expedition Bigfoot. I hate to say it like this, but you have to understand that they're trying to look at it through the scientific Gigantopithecus lens.
Yes.
And that's part of the problem, and that's why those shows only go so far and they fizzle out.
Yep.
Well, one of the biggest genres that's coming out is the paranormal. It is increasing, and there's a reason for that. There's truth behind it, whether it be UFOs,
Right.
whether it be aliens, Bigfoot, Dogman, all these creatures going back to Champ in Lake Champlain. All of these are connected and they play into, and there's a lot of historical documents out there that we're uncovering. And basically, here's what I think happened. I'll try to keep this short. Is when people started moving into cities and industrialization started happening, people poured into the cities to get jobs. So they left the frontier land, they left the deep woods, all of that. And so this knowledge was somewhat forgotten. If you talk to anybody who's been living out in the woods for their whole lives and their genealogy goes back, their ancestry goes back generations, then you're going to have these ancient stories. I mean, where do you think, J.R.R. Tolkien got a lot of his information from? His was based off the story of Beowulf,
Okay.
And to me, that could have been a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So,
okay, well we got the definition.
Okay, pop that back up there.
Sweet.
Alex.
Sweet.
So go ahead and
Says,
read that.
derived from Greek for dog head, refers to mythical beings with human bodies and canine heads. So makes sense.
yeah, going back to Egypt, Anubis, and even St. Christopher was believed to be a dog man.
Okay. So
From
There we
different
go.
there we
narratives.
have it.
Yep. And like I said, there's an ancient tribe in India of all of dogman.
So
Dogman
see,
tribe.
there's you learned something new today.
Yep.
you never, especially with cryptozoology, you just never stop learning. That's what I like about
That's
it.
it.
You could be an expert or whatever, but to get to the point, I know everything, ain't gonna happen.
Well, there's a
Ain't gonna
moment, and not to get all God on you, but I felt there was a moment where I kind of bowed my head down, like, this is crazy. Everything I'm learning. And so I just kind of asked God, I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I felt like He just dropped something in my brain. And it was this: go look up how many different types of insects there are. I grew up in Birmingham, Michigan, a suburb of Detroit. So I knew
Right.
about ants, mosquitoes, flies, and grasshoppers.
I
Right.
know. I don't want to know.
She
Yeah.
don't like bugs.
Nope.
Uh-huh. 2 to 3 million different types of
So
insects
you have
alone.
to tell me.
Yes. So there are a
You need
bunch
to
of
know.
crazy critters out there that we don't even know about
Yeah.
still. And then you talk about the oceans,
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. I mean,
Yep.
we haven't even we've discovered more of the universe than we have our own oceans.
there you go. There you
That's
go.
crazy to think. So,
Yeah, well now you ruined my day.
Yeah,
Now I know how many bugs there are.
there's a whole lot of bugs. There's
That's
probably
how
one.
Laura is. I got to kill every bug that's
Yeah.
seen in the house.
So how are you going to go out big hunting with me if you're afraid of bugs? How do you deal with it?
Lots of spray.
Camera off and
See?
The can of off. That's your
Lots.
best friend out in the woods. Double handing it.
that's it.
See? Yep.
Like I can handle it.
Ay.
No, my thing is, I tell people, got my own hair in my mouth. What I
Yeah.
tell people is, if it's a bug and it bites, it will bite me,
It will.
and it does. I've proven it.
Like spiders laying eggs in your skin.
Look, let's not go there, okay? Because spiders are my worst fear. No, it's like mosquitoes. I've proven it time and time again. I am the best repellent for people around me because they will come to me first. Literally.
Now, when you first got here, we were talking a little bit, and I was showing you our question board
Mhm.
here, and we kind of talked
Why are you
about
telling
this
our
a little bit.
secrets?
Oh, there's no secret to our cheat board.
Yeah.
A lot of times we don't even have a cheat board, but
No, yeah.
I asked you what your most compelling evidence, or was that the question? No, it was how long how long have you been looking for Bigfoot?
Mhm.
And you flat out said, I found him.
Yeah, I
I
found.
found him.
Yeah.
So enlighten us on this a little bit. Just tell us your story on that.
Well, sure. Well, first of all, big shout out to all the eyewitnesses who are in Bigfoot of Michigan TV series and the Bigfoots of America podcast show. Because without the eyewitnesses, you're just out there walking in the woods.
Right.
So with that said, here's the common denominator. High flowing rivers with large fish count. Okay. Laura's daughter went out a couple of weeks ago. She works midnights as well. She got off early and she's like, "Hey, Brian told me there's some Bigfoot back here."
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna go see for myself. I don't really believe in Bigfoot, but I'm gonna
I'm
go
gonna
see
go
for
look.
myself. So this is a recent Monroe monster sighting that really nobody knows about unless you've been watching my show. She went down this road that I told her to go down. As soon as she hit the gravel, she got her experience of mind speak. Yeah, her car lights go out.
Oh.
So that, yeah, they can affect things like that, like the
Right.
ferry, all that kind of stuff, interdimensional crazy electrical stuff. Her lights go out as soon as she hits the gravel, and she hears a voice in her head say, and this voice is so prominent, she answered it, but she hears a voice say, "Turn around." And she
turn around.
Yeah, and she answers it, "Where?" And it responds, "Right here, right there."
Right.
So we just filmed that episode right after it happened, and she was so scared that she responded, "No, I'm not," because she was afraid she's going to get stuck in the mud,
Right.
which butted up against the woods, which butts up against this huge wetland owned by DTE and all that down in Monroe, Michigan, and it's the same location where the well-known Bigfoot sighting happened between a gentleman and his son who were both fishing in Plum Creek. So it was just right down the road from there. So she freaks out. "I'm not turning around here. I don't want to get stuck." And she goes through the end of the road where it loops and she
Yeah.
comes back around. And she swears to death that whole time there was a face looking in her window to make sure she got out of there. Once she turned around, got back on the pavement, her lights in her automobile came back. It was her bright lights. Yeah, the bright lights wouldn't work. Yeah. And right. And so with her headlights though, yeah, she saw it with her headlights and she tried to get her brights to work to see it better, and it was zigzagging and she felt even at times hopping, and what I believe it was doing was running interference. It was holding her up, telling her to turn around because the rest of the clan was probably hunting.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we can get into that, how fast they move. They're like blurs,
Right.
all of that.
Right. So you can go ahead and read that.
Yeah, so Ben just
Ben.
says they do a lot of woodland ghost hunts, so they see and hear things they can't explain. Apparently, they had a video of a 3-foot salamander creature that they caught at Seven Gables.
Ooh,
3-foot
reptilian.
salamander.
Reptilian. Yeah, I've got a picture of a reptilian as well. Very cool.
Wow. Very nice. Okay, so we have
Well, yeah. Let me build off of that though. But
Yeah.
how long you been looking for? I found them. I have 3 locations right now where I
Okay.
know 3 separate clans are at. And I've got a picture. If you go to Bigfoot of Michigan or even my Facebook page, I posted it. You can see a picture of Scout. So
Can
many
you put that up,
footprints.
Alex?
So many footprints. So much. I've heard them howl the Sierra sounds. Like I said, I've had the mind speak, but I've also heard them audibly speak in the physical when they took the apple, saying "Wudo," which means thank you. And then I've also heard the samurai chatter. I caught a Bigfoot on thermal. That's in one of our episodes as well.
Okay.
And so where I caught that Bigfoot on thermal and he turned around and took off, we hollowed out this huge like lilac bush, and we came back at another time and we hid in it, thinking we're going to outsmart them, but of course they can see, hear, and smell you before you can.
Oh, absolutely.
And so they came in, and we heard the just a few feet away. Me and my friend David did. So yeah, so pretty cool encounters.
So your Facebook page, is it Bigfoot of Michigan or?
I have multiple because we're getting out there. But if you go to Bryan Sawyer, BryanSawyer, and follow my personal profile. That leads you to
To all of
everything.
it.
We've got a private group.
Yeah,
We've
let's
got a
put
public
that
group.
in the chat.
Yeah, we've got the Bigfoot of Michigan TV series, the Bigfoot of America podcast show. And we're on all the social media platforms. And like I said, Roku. We're on YouTube at Bigfoot of America. And then next month we'll be out on Roku. And hopefully by the end of the year, Apple TV. So
Okay, good. So now, did you see my Squatch One Jeep out there when you pulled
I
in?
parked right behind it,
Okay.
brother.
So we're going to. I want to, and she's going to tag along because we're going
Don't tell me what
Squatch
to
hunting.
do.
We're going Squatch hunting. Where do we go? The best spot for us to go, because I've never seen one.
We're just gonna invade you. We're
All
gonna
right,
come
yep.
over to you.
You guys are welcome to come out with me at any time.
Okay.
Well, we just had a sighting. So the most recent Sasquatch sighting I know of was last week in Kalamazoo County.
Oh.
I have a friend, Brenda Goodwin, who's a Sasquatch dogman eyewitness. Her mother's the dogman eyewitness, but she lives on what I call the Michigan Skinwalker Ranch, and she always has some kind of activity going on. But remember this: all these sightings have to do with major rivers or tributaries. I've learned that they mainly nest on tributaries that lead into larger rivers that house fish.
Okay. I mean,
So
that
yeah,
makes
no, we'll
sense.
get together and we can
Yeah.
figure it out.
Because it's like I didn't want to just all right. We're gonna the Jeep's already always packed up for everything we do because we are quite adventurous and go out all the time. But I just like all right. Where do we go? We're just gonna go out in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, Waterloo State Game Area, bam. That is an epicenter. Multiple sightings by multiple eyewitnesses. Of course, there's so many. Here's the thing, and since we're talking about that, for everybody at home, for me, it wasn't that Bigfoot existed was what's so shocking. It was how many of them there are. There are not hundreds of these things in our state alone.
Right.
There are thousands. I don't know if there's tens of thousands, but there are thousands of these creatures. And what people don't understand is once the lights go off and darkness comes in, they are so active, it's not even funny.
Okay. So you're not afraid of the dark, are you? Out in the woods?
No,
Okay.
not afraid of much besides spiders.
Oh,
And bugs.
there's spiders.
With
out
the
in
one
woods.
location we went, the biggest Michigan spider we've ever
Yeah,
seen.
no.
Oh my goodness.
Them darn wolf
Oh,
spiders,
we just
not-
had our headlamps. We're back deep in the woods, and we see this thing. Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
them wolf spiders are no joke.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna do this giveaway thing.
Sure, you're close enough.
Yeah, it's pretty close. So, all right. So, you guys, I gave you a little hint to study our set. So, I need you guys. The first person to answer this correctly will win this little box of little
Three.
foots.
There's
Three
three
little
little
foots.
foots in there.
The first
Three
one,
little Bigfoots.
3 little Bigfoots that could identify the creature up in the tree where I'm pointing to. Hopefully, you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can see that well enough.
Yeah, I can see it.
First one to identify it will win this little box of little Bigfoots.
Yes.
And he's one of my favorite cryptids. So that's why he's up in the tree. He's always in the tree. Whenever I use that tree, he's in the tree.
Any hints?
This one here? No.
No
Let's
hints?
see. A
Not
hint?
right now. We'll see if anybody
All right.
gets it.
Out west. It's more. Oh, you just said no. This cryptid is more prominent out west.
Okay, cool.
And it's freaky. I told you a little bit about
Yeah,
him.
you told me about it. I hadn't heard about it, and
Yeah.
so now as soon as we're done, I'm going to
Yeah,
look
you
that
gotta
up
look
and
him up.
learn more.
Look him up. Now that particular one was made by our friend at Midnight Dreams Design. She makes plushies, and she had that at her booth at. I don't know if she was at our show here or we're at a show where she was at, but
I don't know. We buy too many things from too many people, so I
Yeah.
never know where we buy them.
but yeah, she made that one, and I had to have them. So she makes all sorts of plushy cryptids.
Yeah, she's got my bat bunny basically that's in the hearse. in
Yeah,
my
the Bat
hearse.
Bunny. We've got the Krampus.
Oh, they're all over.
Yeah, the
They're
Bat
everywhere.
Bunny's cute.
I know it is. That's why it's in my hearse.
Yeah, rides in the hearse. All right, come on, throw out those answers, guys.
Oh, he's got to refresh it because.
Oh yeah. Nope, he's following them, so he's
Okay.
let's see, is there any other types of hints?
No.
There's got to be.
Well, there's the one you had said it earlier. I don't know if you want to say it. You said it earlier. It's not a. That's a pretty big hint, though.
It's not what? Oh yeah, it's not a ghost.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. Because yeah, a lot of people look at that, especially, it's farther away from them. You want to pull them off the tree, and we'll get them closer to the camera.
I'm in the middle. Why are you making me work?
Do you know what it is, Alex?
Dude.
Okay, I did say it to you. I couldn't remember if I did. Yeah, Cindy's gonna bring him up to the camera. So the first one to give us the correct answer of what this cryptid is, and it's not a ghost. Stop it. It's not a ghost.
Okay, so
And it's more predominant out west. They're tall. They are tall, so it's not that size. They are man size. They're tall and lanky. They're creepy as hell. There's YouTube videos out there.
Yeah,
of
that's
these things.
freaky.
Yeah.
See, that's the
Abominable
kind of
snowman. No.
See, I try not to think about that when I'm out in the woods at 3 a.m.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you
I don't
think
think
about
about
some of these
anything
things.
at 3 a.m. besides a pillow.
Well, if we're going squatching, you're going to be out at 3 in the morning
Nope. I'll be in the tent.
with the spiders. Well, there's spiders in it. See, the spiders are in the tents.
I don't know why you think you're scaring me. You should know
It's what I
better
do.
than
It's
that.
what I do. Okay, let's see. We got to come up with some hints here because they just aren't getting it.
Albino hair.
An albino hair. I have never heard of that, but no. It has to do with a city
Yeah. That's
in
it.
California.
Oh, here we go. See?
Yeah, you're warmer. That's
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
all you can do.
that's all
I didn't know what it was.
Any
Right.
guesses out there?
I got reference books at home of
Well,
cryptids,
you know
and
the
I didn't know
answer.
what that was.
Oh.
You don't remember. Any ideas? Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But he's so cute.
And you guys are going to have nightmares about him once you
Figure
look
it
him up
out.
on YouTube. And
Yeah, I got no.
I do know what it's similar to, though.
what's it similar to?
Well, the most recent name would be like a Slender Man type
Oh,
creature.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
But
yeah.
more than that, it's the rake.
Oh.
If you look up the definition
seen
of
it,
a
yep.
rake, RAKE.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
actually, because my show Creeping It Real, I'm doing someone I did run into the rake.
Cool.
I don't have it ready to go yet, but that will be
Your
one
next
that I do.
your next guest host is out in the
Yes.
audience.
Yes. So we're filming tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
Actually. So Heath, Creature, whatever she gives me her name for the show is.
She's got a zillion names.
I know.
I only call her Heather.
Yes, she's filming her first 2 episodes, and
Yeah.
we will have her first episode out next Thursday.
Cool.
How about that? Are you scared? Are you nervous? I heard the director's a dick.
I'm sitting next to him.
Okay, come on, guys.
It's a tough one. I have to
Okay.
admit, it's a tough one.
So I'll give you the name of the city. Fresno. Fresno.
You're wrong. Ah, that's completely wrong.
She was thinking LA or something, weren't you? Fresno.
I'm hearing noises.
Don't make me tell you the whole answer, guys.
Fresno Nightcrawler.
Jezebel
Jezebel.
Michelle. All right, Jezebel.
There
Good
you go.
job.
Awesome.
All right. So, yes, that is the Fresno Nightcrawler, and it is terrifying. And there's not a lot of video out there of this thing. There's not a lot.
Like on all fours, when it's on all
No.
fours, it's just big.
It's
Okay.
these 2 legs.
That's it.
Yeah, do the
Oh.
walk.
This is it.
Do the walk,
Gosh.
Cindy.
Right here.
Do the walk
Oh,
with
this.
them. There's just these long. Oh my God. but he's so cool. I just love this guy.
And to me, that is more evidence of certain cryptids are in certain geographical locations.
Yeah.
And that's what's so neat about Bigfoot is it's kind of the gateway drug Bigfoot is and UFOs to all these other kind of creatures.
Yeah. And that's why I lean, and I said in the beginning of the show, that's why I lean towards a otherworldly alien origin of these things. Just because, I mean,
Their abilities.
this has got to
Yeah.
be alien. It's got to be alien.
Right. What does she mean? I already got it.
Uh,
I don't know what she's saying.
Jezebel, what are you doing?
Right, what are you drinking? Are you
Yeah.
drinking Mama Mango?
Mama
I'm gonna
Mango.
need some more. You're gonna have celery. I need more, like another 3-4 bottles.
Yeah. Scary. Yeah, scary indeed. Scary indeed. The Fresno Nightcrawler. So, do you go to any of the conventions? And what are some good conventions to go to for the cryptids, Bigfoot, and all that?
Yeah. I just spoke at the Bigfoot Georgia Bigfoot Conference.
Oh,
The South Carolina, we spoke there.
that a
Is
good one?
huge.
okay.
Yeah. We're gonna visit because this is our next step.
Okay.
We're gonna visit the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference, and then in May we're going to the Red River Gorge Bigfoot Conference in Kentucky, and that's a huge one. Adam Davies is there speaking. All the headliners are speaking
Okay.
there. But
We were-
so this is something we're learning about. It's a whole genre.
Oh,
It's a
huge, yeah.
whole world that most of the general public doesn't even know.
Oh, absolutely. We were going to go to, just this past April. It was on our schedule. I had it on our schedule for several
Oh,
months,
yeah.
and we just weren't able to make the trip. But
It's so hard.
the Loveland Frogman.
Oh, there you go.
We're going to go to that. Was a big conference down there, the Loveland Frogman
That one
Conference.
souned interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to go. It was on our calendar, but I can't. There was something came up. We had to run our business here. We couldn't leave. We didn't have anybody to work it.
Mm-hmm.
Alex. That wasn't the whole reason, actually. But yeah, I want to go to a cryptid conference, expo, convention.
Yeah.
Before I leave, let me show you the picture of the praying mantis man I got
Oh, no way.
from ex special forces guy, and right over here, just out. What is that? Davisburg, outside of Clarkston, Holly
Okay,
area.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap.
Right in front of his car, and then jumped 30 feet onto the frozen swamp. And when he went after it, he said, hey, Brian, I'm 220. He's built like a brick house.
Right.
And he said, I could not break through the ice. I even jumped up and down to break through it. And he said, every step this thing took broke through it.
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. Weird looking footprints. Yeah.
Definitely have to see that.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you want our audience to know before we start closing the episode?
Holy crap,
I
it's
know
almost-
it went
Goes by
really
fast. This show goes
Yeah.
by so dang fast.
Like anything new that you have coming up,
Places you're going to be.
yeah, that if they want to come meet you and stuff.
Oh, for sure. We are going to have our town hall meeting in Traverse City, Michigan this year. More than likely, it's going to be September 26th. We're trying to lock down the venue right now. And then we might have one in Monroe, Michigan. We're not sure if we can pull off two, but town hall meetings are all about the eyewitnesses.
Okay.
You come, I'll have a couple of speakers there to kind of prime the pump, but then we want the audience, any kind of eyewitnesses, to get up to the mic, and we'll have the cameras there and everything. I'll have a film crew there, but the idea is not to do the Finding Bigfoots or the Expedition Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It is to bring the eyewitnesses more into the equation so we can hear exactly what happened. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that, and then of course our platform's growing. Check us out on Roku here in another month, and
Sweet. I
My
love it.
TV in my bedroom. is
And
Roku.
you're on all the socials. Like
All
we
the
said
socials.
Earlier.
Yep.
Sawyer.
Brian Sawyer.
Yep.
Bryan. I think Alex
Yeah,
popped
he
it up
did.
on there. So
Yep.
just go through the chat. You'll find it, or on our Facebook pages. You'll find all the links to those things. You got Bigfoot of Michigan and the Bigfoot of America podcast.
Yep. And soon you'll be able to go to your TV, go to Roku, click the button, and as you see, like Netflix or Amazon
Yeah.
Prime show up, I'm going to announce it here first.
Sweet.
You will see an app that says Bigfoot TV.
Oh.
All things paranormal. You're going to click on that, and you're going to see my 2 shows, and then we'll license other shows as well. You know, and then hopefully you want to see a scary movie or something, you can click on that. You know, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
It's all the paranormal stuff.
Oh.
Nice.
So I've got a new station that I'll be watching all the time that you'll have
And we're
to
gonna
just
keep
deal
it
with.
cheap.
Oh.
We're gonna keep the minimal $4.99 a month.
Nice.
So.
Nice.
I want to
like
be on the show.
Oh, there you go. You got to come up
I
with
You
got I
never
gotta be in the
know.
spotlight. Hello. We can take over. That's what I do.
So what else? What did we miss? Did we get all of our? Oh, really quick, because this one was important.
Mhm.
I can't believe I knew there was one I was missing because this is like very recent.
Yeah.
And what I'm pointing at, guys, is my cheat board. If I
Mhm.
didn't have this cheat board, I would have forgot this damn question. The recent debunking of the Patterson-Gimlin tape. Are you buying into that?
I didn't watch it because I'm a knower.
I know I haven't.
And I figured there was no way to debunk it anyways because I believe the film is real. But here's my take from what I've heard.
Okay.
Okay, so as an actor, you know, whether it be film or stage, you go and you do what are called rehearsals.
Right.
And you work out the costumes, you work out the blocking, you work out what's going to be said when you're here, when you're there, all of that. In my opinion, whatever happened with this is they were trying to possibly film a reenactment of the original. Shortly after the encounter, they tried to film a reenactment, and that's where that other footage comes from. But this is me just, like I said, I haven't seen it.
yeah,
I
haven't
just
either.
I just saw it as clickbait
Yep.
because I'm a knower.
Yeah.
And everything I see in that Patterson-Gimlin film is real.
That's what I was thinking, and not, like you said, I haven't seen what this new compelling
Right.
evidence was to say it was fake. But
But-
that makes sense to me.
Oh
like you
yeah,
said.
but even if it say somehow they pulled it off. Now they've had that makeup artist, this professional guy. I forget his name, but
right,
he did Planet of the Apes back
Right.
then. You didn't have the technology or the makeup, you know, ability to fake that. That's number one. But then on top of it, even if it was fake, we have so much more
there's so
other
much more out
data,
there.
other evidence, so many eyewitnesses. I always point back to the eyewitnesses.
yeah,
They are the key.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, and it's such a big thing to have multiple people have experiences that make it more credible.
Yeah, a huge
Um,
data pool.
So with that, Jezebel said Ray might have seen one while hunting in Hartwick Pines area in Grayling years ago.
It's a
There you
hot
go,
spot.
Ray. There you go, Ray.
Michigan is teeming with thousands of Sasquatch.
And Ray's a credible guy. Ray isn't just going to say stuff that he didn't see. He's a
genius.
he is a genius for one. Yes,
He
the
does
guy-
robotics.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
he literally made me a yarn spinny thing, which I won't get too in detail, but it works perfectly. Well, it's when I crochet. that it-
Nice.
The yarn sits on it and it spins
She
like
might,
amazingly.
Laura might want to know about that.
you might want to look at her crocheted stuff in the shop. She's incredible. So yeah, Ray. I mean, I'm waiting to see my first one. I've yet to see an alien, but that does not mean I do not believe in them. I just haven't seen them yet.
Right.
You know,
Nope,
that's
me
all
either.
it comes down to. And I haven't really put myself in a position to see one. You know, I mean, it's not like we've,
No, we're here.
yeah, I mean,
What you see is what we do. We're
all
here
the time. Yeah. So
all the time.
this summer, I'm going to put it out here right
You
now.
hit me one more time.
We're putting ourselves in the position, and we're going to put ourselves in your hands.
Not a problem. We'll get a date
Oh.
locked down.
Okay. We're
There
going
you
to do
go.
that.
I
So-
can take you to a location where I know they're at.
Okay. All right. We're going to do that. So with that being said, guys, this show's a wrap.
It
What do you
is
say?
towards the end. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, so you take it over. You
as
get right up on
usual,
that mic and you
I
say
am
your
not
thing.
getting
Do
nowhere.
your thing.
But tell me what to do again. Jesus. So
Thanks for the audience for being here. Big cheers. Woo! Let's hear it from you guys.
Thank you.
Be loud. You got to be
Oh.
loud to pick up on these
Multiple
mics.
there is
hand
not a
claps.
loud one out there.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted
Yes,
you.
always. Always. This is what he does.
Nah.
So as you guys know, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. You want to support us. There's many ways to support us. Patreon. Still slacking on that one.
I know, that's me. Sorry.
Yeah, you want to sponsor us and, be on the show here in our background with a
Advertising.
sign, advertising, whatever. There's multiple ways. All you got to do is get a hold of our manager, John
Product
Harris.
placement on the
Yep,
set.
product placement.
Advertising. All that stuff. We got it all.
We do.
Stars on the stuff here, the
On
Facebook,
Facebook.
stuff. So okay.
I don't know what YouTube. I know you're
I
always
interrupted you
interrupting
again.
me. Always. This is nothing new. So
Peanut butter.
exactly. Jelly.
Okay, carry us out of here. This is
You
ridiculous.
keep saying that, but yeah. But as always, we love you guys. I have just quick things in here. We've already mentioned I'm filming with Heath tomorrow for 2 new shows
Heather.
of Creeping It Real. She's gonna punch you. Malice in the Mitten will their F-bomb Friday. This Friday,
Oh.
I have created my own cryptid, and they will have the backstory and everything on that on Friday. I don't know what the time is that it posts, but watch for that.
They're on all the podcast stuff, so just Malice in the Mitten, you'll find it.
Yes, but I don't know what time they post.
Yeah, I don't know.
Their F-bomb Fridays. And we love you guys, and we will see you in a couple weeks with
I don't know who's on the show.
I don't
next.
either. Just look at our pin
Look
post.
at our schedule.
The schedule will tell you who's coming out next. Sorry, we don't have that. See, you didn't do well at your cheat board.
That's
Right?
what I do.
We love you guys. Creep it real.